Hey, do you rely most on technology to teach? Listen, the greatest tragedy a teacher could face is after preparing your lessons and everything you're going to use to teach with the technological gadgets you are going to use or that is going to help you in teaching. And then you get to the class and all these technological gadgets fail you. In this video, we are going to talk about what a teacher could do when the technological gadgets or when your laptops or your electronics that you're going to use to facilitate your teaching and the learning process fail you. For example, your laptop, your computer, your screen, the TV, the projector, whatever it is. If these things fail you, what are you going to do? Hi, my name is Tafiq Al-Naidum and a lot of people call me Uncle Bravo. If this is the first time you're meeting me on my channel, please remember to leave me with a subscribe and share the video. And also don't forget to share your experiences, what you have faced in the classroom so that other teachers and other facilitators could also benefit from your experience. The teacher should be apt with his improvisation skills. The teacher should always be ready to improvise. But before you'll be able to improvise, let's look at the first point. 1. The teacher should be much clearer about the values and the needs of the community in which he finds himself. Before you'll be able to improvise, to bring up an idea or something that's going to be able to help you. Once your electronics have failed you, you need to be sure about the needs and the values of the community you find yourself. You don't have to do something that doesn't add up to the needs of the community. If you teach in every area or in any country in the world, the country or the particular country and the community you live in have their own needs. And that is why it is very important for the teacher to be able to identify the needs of the community or the country in which you teach. If you're able to identify these needs and the values, I mean the things they value, the things they want to add up to what they already have, the things they have considered as part of their developmental platform or pathway, then you would be able to know how to improvise and teach the lesson without the technology to aim at achieving the same objective you had wanted to achieve with your electronical gadgets. Remember, you can never improvise the right way if you do not have the needs and the values of the community in which you live in mind. So bear in mind, you have to find out, you have to look for it, you have to seek it. Look for it. What do they value? What do they need? What is their plan? What is it that they want to achieve? If you find this out, you'll be able to teach properly and improvise the right way to help achieving the aims and the objectives of their educational platform or their educational system. As a teacher, also adjusting your schedule and your lesson in such a way that there will be space created for the student to get time, enough time to practice and do things that leads them to having the experiences that are valued by the community in which you live and teach is also very vital. It is very important to do that. What are the things the community values? It means that you have to make your lesson in such a way that the student, in as much as they learn the things directly from the book, they should also have the chance to do things, have first-hand experience, do things that leads them to touch, to gain physical and practical experiences about the thing, which means in your lesson, there should be an adjustment that will lead the student to feel the real world in your lesson. If you do this, It makes the student think out of the box. The student is always not governed or is not always ruled and put in a certain box that they cannot express themselves. This opens a lot of doors. It opens the door of creativity, the door of curiosity. It makes the student expand his or her thinking capacity to be able to get a lot of experiences, even the ones that you've not taught them. Therefore, this space created that has given them the opportunity to have first-hand experiences would save you, the teacher, because this time the technological gadgets are out of the way and the student is doing everything by the things around them. And this leads us to the next point. When the electronical gadgets have failed you, teacher, look in your space. What do you have in your space? Do you have a board? Do you have a pen? Do students have notebooks? Do students have pens? Do students have student books? Even if they don't, what do you have? Do you have tables in the classroom? Do you have chairs in the classroom? Do you have papers in the classroom? Do you have colored chalks in the classroom? Do you have crayons in the classroom? What do you have? Now expand your physical space. The school layout, the classroom layout, the furnitures, the students, and other things that are available. These are going to be useful to you. It is going to make your lesson so practical, so interesting, so connecting in such a way that the student will be engaged throughout the lesson, because taking inspirations from all the things that are around you in the classroom is going to help you, the teacher, to help the student to achieve the second point, and that is being able to adjust your lesson so that the student would get first-hand experience in every lesson you are teaching. We have always talked about this, where teachers prepare the lessons properly, doing everything necessary for them to do, but forgetting one thing: preparing for extra materials. If you are a teacher and you prepare your lesson considering all these things and also considering extra materials, in the absence or in the space or in a time where the electronical gadgets, that is the technology, has failed you, these extra materials that you've created, that is the worksheets, the papers, all the other things, using the things available, putting them together, the TLMs and the TLRs, putting all together, they're going to stand in when technology has failed you. When you have your worksheets, your other papers, your handouts, all these things, you're not going to suffer when the technological gadgets have failed you. So note this: the teacher should be able to be aware of his environment or the community in which they live. Secondly, the teacher should be able to adjust the lesson and the schedule in such a way that there is always a space for the student to get enough time to practice and do things that will lead them to gaining the experiences that are valued by the community. And also make sure that you look at your physical space, the classroom settings, the school's layout, the furniture, the students, things that are available. Make sure you use them to the benefit of yourself so that you'll be able to achieve your objectives as stated in your lesson plans in the absence of technology. A teacher should be able to teach with or without technology. If you're a teacher that is only able to express yourself with technology, then you have a problem. So you have to be able to bridge the gap between the technology era and the non-technology era. Put them together to be able to bring out the best out of your students. And finally, make sure you prepare your lessons, not forgetting to bring into play extra materials, because they're going to be of help. It helps your students to get some things to do. Apart from the lesson, it gets them busy and it makes them, glued to a particular activity throughout your lesson. Well, please don't forget to leave me with a subscription, and like I told you, share the video, comment, and also like. And please don't forget to let us know the problem you've been through. Probably it's going to be an inspiration to a teacher. And if you let us know your problem, don't forget to let us know how you dealt with the problem. You can put it under the comment section and everybody can read it. All right, my name is Uncle Bravo, or a lot of people call me Teacher Elias. You can join the conversation down there. Join the conversation. Let us communicate. Let's see what goes on in your classroom and how you've been able to deal with them all these years. It is an inspiration and it's going to help someone. Thank you so much. I sign off.